Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, and this is your Cannabis Business Podcast. Today, we're here live at the World Trade Center in Seattle. I'm here with Jim Makoso, founder of Lucid Oils. Jim is a cannabis extraction processing professional in the cannabis industry. In January 2015, he co-founded Lucid Lab Group, a cannabis extraction technology company based in Seattle. Jim's vision was to create a scientific approach to cannabis essential oil processing by utilizing customized capital equipment in combination with proven scientific processes. By taking a quality-centric approach, Jim has created a company culture known throughout the industry for quality in product and process. Prior to co-founding Lucid, Jim engaged Vuber Technologies as an angel investor in January of 2014. He joined the business management team, where he held the position of vice president responsible for strategic partnerships and business development until October of 2015. He remained on the board of directors until December of 2016, and by spearheading a business model focused on product development while maintaining a customer-first approach, Vuber has become a leading vaporizer company with strong partnerships that include manufacturers, cultivators, processors, and retailers throughout the U.S. Prior to his involvement in the cannabis industry, Jim was a finance professional in New York for 6 years. He holds an economics degree from Stony Brook University with a focus in business finance. Jim, thanks for being on board.
Thanks for having me.
And a little bit about the World Trade Center. We're here at the World Trade Center in Seattle. They've got some good conference rooms. There's also a World Trade Center in Tacoma, which is the lone trade service for the Pacific Northwest. The World Trade Center in general, they grow trade and investment by providing direct access to the largest business network in the world with 300 offices in 99 countries. Their World Trade Center seminars and award ceremonies and conferences can generate contacts and contracts. Trade research can clarify opportunities, and their matchmaking can turn those opportunities into trade. They have an e-commerce store as well. And so the export store is partnered with Alibaba. It's translated in 18 languages and can help your product get into hard to reach spots like Asia. They also have international letters of credit and bank guarantees to help you with your shipping. And so jumping right into the extracts panel, plant extraction is referred to as a natural product obtained from tissues of a plant with the desirable properties. Therapeutic phytochemicals, essential oils, and herbal extracts are gaining importance as they lead to the development of novel drugs, cosmetic products, and food additives. Growing demand for plant extracts from in-use industries such as food and beverage, cosmetics, and pharmaceuticals for flavor, color, and nutrition has influenced from a shift in consumer preferences towards herbal or natural medicines, thereby fueling that market growth. And the worldwide plant market for extracts is expected to grow at a compounded annual growth rate of roughly 15% over the next 5 years to reach $24.6 billion by 2024. So Jim, how does this worldwide market for plant extracts compare to the cannabis extract market in the US?
Well, I think the worldwide, I'll call it holistic extract or plant extract market is kind of a forecasting, and what we're seeing here in the U.S. is more of a microcosm, specifically as it pertains to cannabis extracts. It's kind of a microcosm of what we're seeing around the world, and that is, Western medicine, which obviously I'm a proponent of, and I'm sure many people will speak to the efficacy of Western medicine and what it's done for longevity of life and healing in general. Western medicine has its place, but certainly what we're seeing in our Western culture is the kind of the shift in mentality to using more holistic approaches to healing than just say medicine or Western medicine specifically. And there's a number of reasons for that. I think, probably the biggest reason people are looking towards holistic treatments for, any set of ailments is because there are ways to treat yourself that don't involve, say, popping a pill. Pharmaceutical products in general typically have side effects, but usually their efficacy is targeted at a specific treatment protocol or a specific ailment. Let's just say in the case of anxiety, you take a pill, which is really just one compound to target whatever in your body is producing these chemicals that make you feel anxious. But in that process, that chemical could, and typically does, have adverse side effects. So you're seeing people who are going away from, say, the pharmaceutical approach of treating themselves and looking at holistic medicine. Diet, for instance, being the common thing that people are doing, eating whole foods as opposed to processed foods, which maybe not in the case of anxiety, but in the case of other ailments could show benefit. And we're seeing that, right, in a general sense, translate right directly down to cannabis, which in this country, as you know, and which is why we're here, cannabis being another tool or another piece to what some people are considering more of a holistic approach to treating ailments or for recreational purposes.
Mm-hmm. We're also seeing in the data that cannabis on the rec side is being purchased for medicinal reasons. And so I think there's a crossover. And in yesterday's podcast, when we were talking about marijuana media, we were talking a lot about brands and the transparency and how easy it is to kind of see through companies if you're not being transparent and being honest. And so I think a lot of the issues that we've seen in the general consumer market for finished products and goods has been a loss in consumer confidence. And so whether it's cannabis or otherwise, I think we're starting to see people wanting less ingredients and more of a holistic approach just in general. So I think the more normal cannabis is becoming, we're going to start to see more similar trends in the regular food industry, we'll say.